Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Right, today is the last. Let me be careful now. It's the last Tuesday of February. I like the month of February. It's very, very short. Before you know it, it's end of the month. Sorry, I have a bit of something. I think I have some dust.
Is that the only reason?
If I'm sleeping,
Is that the only reason you like February?
Why February? Not for Valentine's Day. Okay, so today, since this phenomenon of IBB's so-called book, I haven't had the time to converse with you to know what your own views are on the book. But so I said I'd set aside today for you. Yeah, I think my views are well known about the book. We will take your calls and whatever. But in case, because I got quite emotional last week, I have Nkiru here with a handkerchief. And if, in case it gets very bad, she'll be able to continue with the program. Because many people don't appreciate what that period meant for some of us. That was the time when I almost went into extinction. And that was about 4 years of real deep suffering, amongst others, not to talk of the trauma, not to talk of so many things. Last Saturday, though, I put a call, I think Saturday or Sunday, I put a call through to Kola Abiola. And Kola Abiola said it's not the time to talk, but that he's happy that at least Buhari did the sensible thing by acknowledging that their father was the president that Nigeria didn't have. So I have in the studio with me today my paddy for life, Nkiru the farmer, who will provide emotional. If I want to let her run out of the studio, I will say financial. Kofi, take your hands off me. I know where you want those hands.
Just patting your back, sorry.
Who will provide emotional balance, especially when I go off track. Because some of the things, if you remember some of the things that happened to you, I mean, I'm talking about you could easily burst an artery. But so Nkiru, Nkuru, good morning. How are you? It's been a while, though.
Has it?
It's been a while. I don't think I've seen you for.
We're in December.
That means I haven't seen you this year.
Oh yeah, we haven't.
We haven't seen you this year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Nabi IBB supporter. So what do you think out of the book? Did you read the book anyway?
I wouldn't waste my money. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree.
I wouldn't
But
waste
to
my
make
money.
sure that you didn't have to spend the money, I don't know who it was that was circulating.
No,
copies
free
of-
copies, well,
free
everywhere.
copies, yes.
Free copies. And you know, once things are digital now, once somebody gets it, they just blast it around.
Yes.
And they accept and
Do
the
you
ones I've seen.
think that they're trying to deny the man money, or it
No.
was that he himself wants everybody to read whatever he had to say?
No, people now try to download illegal copies and people will read it. So
So
it's not really
normal
about
practice.
It's normal practice. Practically most weeks before they come
So
out.
why
there's a digital
why
copy.
write a book then? Except you're not writing it for
At the end of the day, what he's trying to achieve he's whitewashing his history. He
You
knows
think-
old men, when they're about to die, start whitewashing their history because they want to be remembered differently. For what?
you see, you are the one who now needs help now. Kwele, yes. Okay. All right. The lines to call when we come back. Nkiru, just take it easy. We'll be back. The line to call at the appropriate time is 0201 465 790. Do I have any line here? Captain Blades is there. Hello, good morning.
Good
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Thank you very much, Capi. Getting you on phone at short notice. This is a quick one. The
Yes, sir.
Oga Patapata of your constituency has written a book, and I'm wondering what you think of that book. What are your views on that book?
I actually haven't read the book.
Yes.
But if excerpts and comments which I have read are anything to go by, one thing I can use, or one phrase I could use to summarize that book is too little, too late. Too little, too late, in the sense that much was said, much was confessed, but it was done when it was probably as good as not even having said anything at all. And the irony being, for little said quite late, so much was contributed
But
up front.
the major reason why I had you with a military background to talk to for at least 5 minutes, the major reason why I had to do that is to ask you about the part where he says when he was president and commander-in-chief, he was Abacha. I don't understand. I thought there was some hierarchy, you know. Yes, the authority. Do you think, with your experience in the military, that would ever happen? Your subordinate in the military would make an announcement, not that he planned a coup?
Well, I think that was the one thing him and President Muhammadu Buhari have in common. President Muhammadu Buhari too was sitting on his throne under his nose when his central bank governor decided to change currency. Muhammadu Buhari told us he wasn't aware, which is like impossible. It doesn't happen in a civil rule, talk less of a military rule. There is no that person, regardless how powerful he is. Till today, as far as I know, military regimentation, and that will upstage his commander-in-chief. So that part of it also is something that we take with a pinch of salt. And for good measure, General Sani Abacha is of blessed memory. He's deceased. So we have a very funny saying in those days. They say, anything where you say that body do 90. So he cannot defend himself, which makes it a bit very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I wish he were here, or I wish someone who was close to him when he was alive in the midst of all this.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Why didn't he say this when Abacha was alive? All the interviews and whatever he granted, he never said this when Abacha was alive.
Exactly. That's why I was saying that too little, too late. You see, this is not the first of President Ibrahim Babangida's book I'm reading. There is a book written by, I think it's Chidi Amucha.
Yes.
It's called Prince of the Niger.
Yes.
I was presented a complimentary copy of that book as a cadet in the Nigerian Defense Academy on the eve of my graduation. I graduated in 1993. By then, General Babangida had stepped aside, and then Adegunle Shonekan was the interim president.
Yes.
As young officers who were stepping out of the academy into the field, we got a complimentary copy of that book, which was delivered to us through Major General Anthony Upo, who was then the director of military training in the Nigerian Defense Academy. I've read that book. And when you read that book and you come and read the excerpts from this one, you won't want to read this latest book.
Okay,
because there are so many errors in this present book.
Oh, so many. But let's just leave it at that. Let me let you continue your legitimate business. Thank you very much, Capi. I just wanted to sort that part out. Thank you. Inkelu, what did you make out of what the excerpts you have read, and what Captain Blade has said.
Exactly what Captain Blade said. My thoughts when I read it was a day late, $1 too short. You should have written this thing.
You said men are getting old. They want to.
They whitewash their history. They want to control the narrative of how they'll be remembered.
I also think that there's an economic side to it. Maybe the man is broke, he wants to raise money. Look at the money raised there. President Tinubu hasn't told us if the federal government is going to, and I'm sure they will. I'm sure one or two parastatals will be called upon
to give money
and
big organizations will buy it for their library or to say they are giving to schools, yes. And all that. Well, that's a part of it, but I think it's more about changing history.
Well, when you changing history, it might not. It's his truth.
Yes.
His truth.
Yes.
Okay. 0201-465-7190. Our lines are now open. Let's take the first caller. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, I've heard what Captain Blade has said, and you explanation as well. The book is not too late because he is still alive, and if there is any error, he is still there to correct it.
Yeah.
For instance,
so he will write another book to correct this one.
No, he can correct this very one, or he can add to it the new first edition, second edition, third edition. Don't you have that? You are a journalist now. Abi?
Yeah.
Okay, now you talk about what about the Genesis?
We do.
Moses wrote the book of Genesis.
Yes.
If we are not to be Moses that wrote the book of the Genesis are instructed by God to write it down, me and you for not know what is the beginning of the war.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know where Moses came into this discussion. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Beloved.
Morning, Mr. Beloved.
Well, listening to this over and over again, I think the wound is already there. So the question is, how can you cure the wound? You don't just cure a wound with a particular medicine. You cure wounds with different medicine. So I think that one of the medicine is, if someone commits a crime, that person have to face the judgment. He couldn't just come out and say, I did this happened, and everybody think that at least he has said the truth, let's let him go. No. If you want to start healing the country, you have to face some questions. They should call him. The government should call him. At least let him answer more. From there, you can do more things to complete the book for him where he made the mistake.
Thank you. It's Herman.
Odogu 1 and 2, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Madam Kiru, morning, man.
Good morning.
Quick one, Odogu. My pain in all this, 1993, Abiola won that election. As a young man then, I used to trek from Ojota to Aguda, Surulere. I called when we were gathering. I said, look, Chief Mko Abiola, you won this election. Can you let go? 4 years' time, come out. The man would have done life now. But those who pushed him then, fight for your mandate. Today they are in government. The one from Oshu State, the one from Lagos Island, although some of them are late. And thank God for Femi Kuti's life. Yesterday you interviewed him. No, on Saturday, I mean. The vice president called him to campaign for Buhari. He rejected it. But Abiola brother was campaign manager for IBB when he come out. You remember Babangida come out for presidential election?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That was the time he ran. And I said, Babangida, please don't remind us the wound. Can you step down on this? Withdraw this your president or whatever. And thank God he listened. And he withdrew. Abiola brother was his campaign manager. Can you believe that? All because of Afodemba? Thank you, my brother. And 2023, February 23 election.
I disagree with you slightly with the reason why he did it. Because people have, maybe he didn't even support his own. Yeah, you see, we must also learn that people have their own individual idiosyncrasies, and nobody can be follow. Is there anything wrong?
No, he's going far. After Abiola died, remember King Gibe, he's running mate, joined the government. So Abiola's brother is even far down the road. The person who had the ticket with Abiola joined the next government.
What it also means is that we still are not. Look at what is happening in Lagos.
No, I can understand he's writing the book. book. I'm launching it. My anger were the people who were sitting there and validating the rubbish of that book. The elites.
The sad part was my longtime friend and hero. Went to same primary school, went to same university. I don't know what he was doing there reviewing that book. I think he walked into something. I don't know why the former vice president decided to participate. For me, it was a minus in my own estimation. It was like you used the right word. It was used to validate something that I would have thought is against his own principles.
No, but even in his own, he was even the only person who said it's strange that even those who he tortured are sitting beside him and laughing. He was the only one who even said something a bit.
Everybody there was having a very good time going down memory lane. Let's pick another one. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
And good morning to you, Nkiru.
Good morning.
Yeah, quickly. I don't want to stress myself, but the question I would like to ask. We had already gotten, I think, former OBJ said they had a presidential library at Ogun State. And now the money raised is going to for another presidential library at Mina. Considering the state of which Nigeria is, we don't make use of the library as much as before again. Why have multiple presidential libraries?
No, let me explain.
Good morning.
Okay, morning. Let me explain. Presidential libraries. It's an American. We're trying to copy what the Americans do. Each president in America is expected to have a library, really and truly to document their tenure, and believe you me, it's part of tourism. So his wanting to build a library is legitimate. The library doesn't belong to Nigeria. It's not going to be built directly with public funds. I use the word directly because indirectly, I'm sure indirectly you will have public funds going there, but it's not going to be directly. The library belongs to him and his family. It's not a government library. How many people will be ready to go up the hill in Mina to read some history? I don't know, but at least he wants it there for historical purposes. And like Nkiru said, sometimes when people want to go, they think so much about history and what they are leaving behind. So we can take one more caller before we go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Mali speaking.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, you see that the Nigerian sector will never let anything work. The launch of that book is just to show pride and power. After all, for less than 3 hours, 70 billion was raised. Imagine the present president now want to launch his own book. How much will they raise for the person?
Okay,
Mali. What is that saying about? What do you say, sir?
Okay, go on.
All this one, people are saying they should prosecute him or not. It's not the same circle. Dog does not eat dog. What do you expect him? He has come to say what he wants to say. We don't know whether time is ticking or is not ticking for him.
Okay, thank you very much. In reaction to what he just said, Nkiru, I think when somebody has confessed to committing a crime, is there a time lag?
Well, I don't think, because the crime he confessed to committing is what they call treasonable offense.
Offense, yes.
And normally treasonable offense, there's no limit. As far as I know, there's no limit to, anywhere I know, there's no limit to when you can be convicted for a treasonable offense. But as you said, dog does not eat dog.
Okay, we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with this exercise. We'll be right back.
are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Mama, you know say protein they make small pikin grow well and strong.
Since I discovered Maggi soya chunks, so add protein to my food don't dey easy. You fit add them to your rice, spaghetti, noodles or stew 10 minutes before food done.
Now, I know they worry whether them get protein for food because with Maggi soya chunks, I fit give them protein for food.
Protein every day for my family.
Whether you dey rush go enter bus or you dey dance for your party wedding, Nivea Dry Deodorant Roll-On dey for you. E go help you maintain your steeze. Nivea Dry Roll-On don dey for affordable small 25 ml pack for boys and girls with sabi.
Did you hear about Shadi?
What happened?
She bashed someone's car and her basic insurance was only able to cover the other person's damage. She had to repair her car with her own money.
Sometimes, third-party insurance is not enough for your car. Introducing Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance by Hares General Insurance, the affordable choice for smart car owners. The Hares Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan costs as low as 25,000 naira for a whole year and provides coverage for you and the other person up to a limit. In the event of a motor accident, Hares General Insurance will pay to fix your car and the other person's car too. So, upgrade to Flexi Motor Insurance Plan from Hares General Insurance. Visit www.hairsinsurancegroup.com, that is HEIRS, or call 0700 434 7746 to get started.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release, BAM, on the pack. Is it the same Milo? No, this one is new and improved. The support energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy they need to go to school. I like this one.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open, is it to squeeze, is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So much
Attention Lagos! On February 25th, Global Citizens Move Africa is taking over the Palms. This show is headlined by John Legend with performances by Nigeria's own Simi and DJ Consequence. Tickets are limited. Don't miss out. Purchase your ticket now at moveafrica.org. That's Africa with a K. Move Africa, February 25th at the Palms. Be there.
The world is changing and opportunities are everywhere. The question is, are you ready to seize them? For far too long, we have been conditioned to think within the constraints of geographical borders created by man. An example is Nigeria. But let me tell you something profound. You are part of the world, not just one nation. You don't just live in Nigeria, you live in the world. It's time to break free, look beyond borders, and seek opportunities that span the globe. You need a worldview. The world is open for business, and the opportunities are endless. It's time to think global. It's time to trade global. Visit hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play Store or App Store to get started today.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell. Cowbell contains Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Use Cowbell in your tea, cereal, pap, and other meals of choice. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
She start chasing all the bags. Come and secure another bag with the Jolly Just Come Welcome offer. BetKing is giving 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus. That's not all. Within 14 days on the app, you stand a chance to get up to 1 million Naira in rewards and enjoy 50 free casino bets on Aviator. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Whether you're reuniting with loved ones or starting a new adventure, fly Emirates from Lagos to the UK via Dubai and start your holiday on board. Enjoy complimentary food and drink. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates economy. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, you're welcome back to the Daily Digest. Welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. We had a bit of a scene just a few minutes ago. All this brought back some horrible memories that nobody wants to remember. I remember my own case amongst others. How won't I remember the day I had to take 4 policemen way back then to the bank? Remember, in those days, there were no telephone banking and whatever. And they physically emptied my account in GTB on that day. Clients money. And that wiped me out and set me back close to 2.5, 3 years. I mean, so these things, I feel, to be honest with you, it was very insensitive of the elite to have indulged in all that. Even if he did write a book, I don't think it was good to sensibilities, put it on all the TV channels. That day was on Arise, it was on channels, I think it was on TVC, and they were all growing, basking in this, giving glory. Like Atedo Peter Side said, and I think you need to go and get his contribution. He said, when you want to talk about what happened to the Jews during the Second World War, for example, well, you say it in an atmosphere of penitence, and regret. But here it was a grand event. It was a celebration jokes, laughter, of the wrong thing.
Of the wrong things.
So it affects people's sensibilities. Anyway, I thought we have him on the line. We have Kelvin on the line. I said we should get through to him.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, Kelvin. How are you?
I agree to.
So
good morning.
Good morning, Kelvin.
So let's hear your views on this, please.
Uncle Jimmy, as long as Nigeria keeps celebrating their tormentors and the oppressors, we will remain where we are. We don't punish bad behavior. That's what is killing this country. I was reading the idea of a 90-year-old man who committed war crimes during the Nazi era.
Yes.
He was fished out of his hiding. He was 90 years old. with walking stick, everything. They took him to go and face the charges against him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He faced crime. He faced what he did there. There's no time limit for anything. Somebody committed something. We had a free process. Everybody came out. We were excited. All of a sudden, you truncated it. And 2 years later, you came, wrote a book, and we were celebrating. And I've had so many unreasonable comments. And I'm those people. Because I've had some people say, let's forget about it. Let us move on. Forget about what? So we should forget about the era when the UK declared us as a rich country. Before then, we used to go to UK without visas. Under his watch, UK stopped that, even as a Commonwealth country, and said this is a high-risk country, and that was ended. Today, people are giving testimony in churches that they got visa to UK. We should forget about that. We should forget about SAP, how it deformed our economy and destroyed our naira, and went back to square one. If he did all that and allowed us the process of June 12 to go on peacefully as it went, and we had a fair and fair election as we had, and a president was installed, we could have forgotten that and forgiven all that, but he committed the work by annulling that election, and you're not coming to blame an Abacha who has passed. It's a shame that we're in this kind of situation. And until we begin to punish bad behaviors and punish bad people, then Nigeria will remain like this. We'll keep on parabolating till the kingdom comes.
And the kingdom has come. Now we are still where we are. Okay.
Yes, we'll still remain where we are, because as it is now, if people that have done bad things before, that don't have good history or good memory of history, if people that's supposed to chastise them are busy celebrating them, then where are we headed? Bad things thrive because good people keep quiet or partake in it. So as long as it continues like that, there's no way out. Because the comments I've listened to these days, it annoys me. And I need to challenge those set of people that are telling me, here, that came out and I was with, and how could you, one of the most ridiculous statements I had was that somebody said, nobody died. Police were shooting at, Army was shooting at us on Sidon Bridge. My friend died there on top of that Sidon Bridge. Between June, that election was announced, the August, he left office, or according to him, he stepped aside. Do you know how many people that died? Do you know how many businesses that were closed down? And somebody came on air and was saying that nobody died. I used to challenge that gentleman. I had him on this platform yesterday. Let him come out and challenge me. Let us put the facts down now. How about?
I think okay, thank you very much. People should, look at Ambassador Musbah.
I wanted to ask, have you spoken to Ambassador Musbah?
No, we haven't spoken to him. I haven't been able to get him. That's how he lost his what is that? His
sight.
What is that?
Okay, it's an interesting comment.
No, I'm talking about Ambassador Musbah at the moment, please. That is how he lost his sight. He lost his sight under these circumstances. Nkuru, what is also surprising is that there was no real apology made. If what I would have expected of him if we were going to write that book and build the library is not at that place he will be asking for donations for anything.
Yes.
You'll be launching the book as it were, and you'll be making an apology. to Nigerians, but there was some sort of arrogance in it all.
There was no contrition. There was,
yes.
it was a case of it has happened.
Okay. What did you think, Nkuru, the organizers of that event? What exactly do you think was the motivation and what they wanted to achieve?
As I said, and I still keep saying, he just wanted to rewrite history, and he wanted to prove that he can still pull a crowd, and he did.
So it was for a vain purpose.
It was for a vain purpose. If they had, the way they say, if they had thrown a bomb that day, they would have wiped away the 10% of the 10% of the 10% of Nigeria.
I felt because I'm on there, I won't tell you the way I felt.
So that's when I saw it on TV. I'm like, then who is remaining?
Yes, there was very few people.
Everybody's only Buhari that wasn't there. Everybody that was there. Do you think
Buhari wasn't there on purpose?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes. Yes. He wasn't done. He wasn't done on purpose.
I can almost say the same for General Danjuma.
Oh, no, that one has principle. No, he wouldn't.
Usually careful with such things.
Yes.
So, when we are now saying this, are you surprised that some people showed up?
No, a lot of our elite don't have principles. They can't. I mean, I know those who were blaming Abiola for standing on his. But none of them can die for what they believe in.
It is important that people note that Abiola's person should be taken out.
Yes.
He has his own
faults. He has his own faults
and his own,
99.9 of our elite are transactional.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. They change parties, they change affiliations, they change religion. It depends.
And they change their woman. Let's go. Let's pick a call there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
How are you?
Fine. My name is Ken. I'm calling from Agbado.
Yes.
The book, at the time the book is released, it's not too late because let us look at his health also. So you need time to write and make sure you get all the facts, whether they are lies or not. So health is another issue that delays, I believe. That's my personal.
Can I ask a question? When you say whether they are lies or not, what do we want to do if you write a book and there are lies in it? I mean, you say whether they are lies or not.
Your guest has already mentioned how you want to whitewash his life or his story. So that is part of it. So let us look at his health also. So for him to compile or sit down to write, because it's autobiography, so for him to sit down and write and get all these things done, he needs health.
So what is the point you are making, sir, regarding his health? Is it that, are you saying we should, sorry, one question, sir.
Saying that the book came out late.
Late, okay. I get that it could have come out earlier. Yes, okay.
Also.
Okay, and now I get it. Now I get it. Can you please pick another call?
You know, the American media came up with the word truthiness, a version of truth. That's basically what he wrote, his own version of truth.
Hello, morning.
Uncle Jerry, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning to the madam in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
Emeka is my name from Satellite Town.
Yes.
See, Uncle Jerry, the gathering of people you saw that day were birds of the same feather. So I wasn't expecting anything different. I mean, ask yourself, why was the former vice president of all people chosen to be the one to actually review that book? What was he up to? Don't forget, this man is a political Maradona. While some people might argue that, yes, it takes a lot of courage and guts to admit or make such confession as he did, but do you think he would have done that if he had a system that worked? He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have dared, because he knows that the system will take care of him. Because what he did was egregious. It cut a lot of lies. It altered our political trajectory. But he was able to do it. And in the midst of it all, not only were people gloating over it, he raised billions of naira for doing the wrong thing. So that is where we are as a people. Now, I challenge other people who are still alive today, who have also subverted the sovereign will of the people at the polls, compromise our institutions to make the same confession and make atonement. Because we need to start getting things right. We mustn't wait until we get old.
Well, some of them won't last that long. They're already too old.
You're right.
So there are some books we won't get to. They're already too old.
Or some are written and they're waiting when the doctor have told them you have only release.
You know that in Uncle JD?
Yes.
I like the part where he set the record straight as to the coup that was termed the Igbo coup. Some of the things he revealed in that book were already known facts, but he also further accentuated the facts that we knew. So let's see if that healing will start, because the marginalization of the Southeast started from that so-called Igbo coup.
Yeah.
And in addition to the civil war. So with that book, let's see if people the right thing will be done.
Don't you think that he was playing some kind of politics. With that?
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to endear himself.
Exactly. You know, like I said, he's a political Maradona. When it comes to the game of political chess, he's a master at it. That's why I said, ask yourself why he chose Yemi Osibanjo of all people to review that book, knowing fully well that the president will be there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. The some of the things that have been contradicted in the book. Do you think those errors were deliberate, or maybe he has a memory loss or something?
Well, even if he has a memory loss, the editors are supposed to go and review that. So it's negligence on whoever was the editor who was supposed, because even when you write, they're supposed to tie some, especially historical timing and all that. So it's not really his fault. Somebody should have gone to look through that. So it's his own truthiness, his own version of the truth, his own truthiness. Somebody should have, at least for the historical ones that could have been fact-checked, the people who reviewed it should have done the review.
But he still carries the can because...
the book ends with him. So he carries it, yes.
Ends with him. Oh, okay, let's pick another call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, morning.
Good morning to your guest.
Morning.
I think the whole thing, what we should be looking at, there's no way we'll have credible elections. Like I said before, I said it on your program, JD. The people that were there wouldn't have been there if they know that tomorrow they are coming out and somebody you say you were in this gathering. But because they know that they will be selected, not elected, they will be there. All we should be talking about now is how do we get that credible election going on? Do you understand? And then Gowon is still alive. He's not talking. Somebody should ask him. Do you understand? Because I've listened to his to IBB's interview with this girl at Arise, Ngozi. Yeah. And you want to hear such things, and you never, and nobody is asking him such things like Delegiwa, this, at least his comments that this envelope is from his friend from the presidency. He made the comment and it's been written everywhere. So nobody was asking, nobody has asked. So Gowon is still alive. Before he loses his memory, we should be asking him his own version. He was there. He was the general from the Middle Belt. If the Middle Belt people were not among the coup planners and all that, they took the front space. What happened? How come? We should be asking, we should move forward. We know the lies there. If you've read even Chino Achebe's book and all that, how everything happened and all that, the other one that died, that General Gowon retired, Scorpion, that died the other, not long ago. Yeah, and all those comments that he has massacred them, he has done this, even after people were killed in Asaba. Yeah. Good morning.
Well, sorry to have upset you. Sorry about that. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy?
Yes.
I'm on the line.
Yes.
Looking at the offense or that book launch, if you look at it, you will look at it as a treason committed by Babangida. And Babangida has said for so many years, things are getting spoiled every now and then. It is now because it is them, because there is no democratic president amongst all of them except Jonathan has seen there, that they have the right to come and pour salt into the injury of Nigerians. Now, and he is walking free on the streets of Nigeria. Now the kind that went to go and incarcerate in the prison for how many good years now? Can somebody tell us what a crime, grievous crime like this that Babangida committed that warrants his incarceration in the cell for how many years now? Can somebody tell us the reason why they put him there and nobody is saying anything? Release him, no release him. Then judge him, no judge him. But Buhari is so proud. Babangida is so proud to come out now, to come and tell us, to pour salt, a huge salt into the injuries of Nigerians. And none of Nigerians is happy. Please, can you reconcile that for me?
Thank you very much. I can't reconcile that, because it is important that we all know that the politics that is in Nnamdi Kanu's case, again, is highly complex. And Nigerians will be surprised at a later date when somebody writes a book, those who are actually responsible for his incarceration as we speak. And I know, from the little that I know, that will be in for a very, very big surprise. Very, very big surprise. The same thing happened during Abiola's case. the major factors, the major actors that didn't make June 12 happen, he didn't listen. They were from Abiola's camp.
Mm-hmm.
They were from his camp.
Mm-hmm.
They were my people, Abiola's people. They were, some of them, they were dining with the two sides.
Mm.
And I think history in that regard is repeating itself in this instance. Let's have another caller here. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, Mr.
Morning.
And the sister is there.
Good morning.
My name is David in Abilele. I'm calling from Ikeja. I was there when Abiola voted in 1993. I was a pressman then. I covered that war where Abiola voted. I think it was after the election. We went to his house there. And then he had a cellular phone which he would use to get all the information from other states. So before evening, he was already with the figure, with God, all over the country. There was no phone then, but he was having a cellular phone which he gave to all the people that were representing him. Now, it was shortly after that, that same day, he wore this green agbada and all that with SDP horse.
I'm sorry, I have to cut you short. We are running out of time. We'll take
your
take your historical perspective. Sorry, sir, we have to go. We'll take a historical perspective at another time. Please, I'd like to advise, when you do call in, don't waste time greeting this one and that one. It's an African thing that we do. It's like somebody wants to send you a WhatsApp message early in the morning. He first of all sends you a good morning. He catches your attention and wastes your time before he gets to the point. Let's stop that. Once you got morning, and then you just go on, okay? Kiru, thank you very much. And I'm sorry that you got so upset. It's one of those things. Yes. Yeah. This thing, I felt like that on Friday, so I can jolly well understand. That's why we draw our curtains today. Tomorrow, same time, will be Diabomi, and our own Mrs. Jumoke Fashano will be here. And I think that will have a better time tomorrow, much better than today. Anyway, to brighten you up comes What's Up Lagos in the next 1 to 2 minutes. So don't touch that dial. See you tomorrow. Bye.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.